Hello, Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 5 of our Let's Play Infinity and Evolved. And I've made a little bit of progress. I have decided I'm going to take up drinking because some of this stuff's going to drive me nuts. But anyways, one of the things I have started doing is clearing land. And I've got a little carrot farm going, and as you can see, I've taken up the drinking carrot juice. And this is going to be something we probably won't get to today, but at least you'll find out what it is. I can even give you a little overview. And there's the berries I started. But yeah, that's what that looks like. And I'm actually going to modify this from what it is now because I've actually already changed my mind on it. So, and as you can see, I've been hanging out underground a bit to find those. Now these, I didn't find all of these like it is, but what I did was, and might help if I held the right button so I'm not breaking them. So basically what I did was I found a few and I planted them and I let them grow for a while. Well, when they grow larger, they also grow up. And so that's why you'll see, you know, I've got, like over there's just one high, this one's 2 high, this one's 3 high. So what I did was I planted them on the ground and let them grow up. And then I came by and grabbed everything above the first row and planted it out a little bit further. And kept on doing that until it's where it is now. And so it really quickly makes a pretty good replenishable food source. I don't know how long I'll stick with that, but you know, between the carrots and the berries, I miss meat. I can't cook steak, and I can't cook potatoes. And I mean, even though it's just Minecraft, what's the world coming to without meat and potatoes? So I guess I'm gonna have to learn some of this Pam stuff. It's not a mod I've ever done much with, but that's what this is all about, is branching out and learning new things and missing meat. But anyways, okay, on with the show. Let's see. I know previously we got the coke oven going, and I've been doing a lot of coking. I don't know, whatever you call it. Where'd I put it all? Put it here. Let's see. There's a stack. There's a partial. There's 21 blocks. So yeah, quite a bit. Now, I am actually going to be going away from this, I believe. And the reason for that is charcoal. Charcoal won't go in it. And that's a visual bug. If you double click something in here that won't go in, this all goes away and it shows 0 till you close it, open it back, and it's all back. Kind of startled me the first time. But I mean, the oven's working, but it won't accept charcoal. So I'm actually looking at doing a different mod. And oh shoot, I thought I had grabbed a book. I know I've got some. Double click. Not there, not there, not there. Well, I know I got some in the back. And that is actually one of the things I've been working on, is an assembly area. Book. Where's my book? There's a book. Alright, double click there to get rid of the bar. Now take a book and a lever, and we get the engineer's manual. And I know I've got one around here somewhere else, but I wanted to show you how to make that. And in here, we have nifty little things. And this is one of the mods that another one of the mods that I'm going to be getting into. And that is the Immersive Engineering. Because there's some stuff in there that just looks plain out cool. So if we go to, I think it's Tools and Machinery. Okay, apparently no, it's not. Hey, conveyor belts. I haven't seen those yet. Item router. Okay, I gotta stop and get back on track here. Overview. Ores, ore processing. Now there's a coke oven in here that's pretty much the same to make, as you can see. But from what I understand, this one will also take charcoal. So if I'm not mistaken, you can do either one in this. I was looking to see if it actually said, yep, heat up coal or bricks of coal. Supplying with oxygen. Well, I think it will. I'm going to make another one and find out if it will, because I would really like to be able to use charcoal instead of coal. But the next thing we're going to be needing to do is a blast furnace. And so I've actually decided to go with the blast furnace from here. Now you can see the recipe here is nether brick, regular brick, and blaze powder. We'll give you 2 blast bricks. Welcome to Evolved. The blast bricks here just so happen to be hardened clay, red sand, and a ball of glue, or an ender pearl, or TNT. Well, I can't catch any of the Endermen around here because the only time I ever see them is when it's raining and they're blitzing around the place like nobody's business. So there won't no catching them. Ball of glue. I can't bring myself to cooking horses to get the glue. So I went around all over the place, taking advantage of my map program, because I can look up there and see, creeper faces. Like if you look up in the top right hand corner, you'll see where, well, actually let me pull up the big map and you can see where I've been building all this out here. It's kind of neat. Alright, I am, he just moved. There was a creeper right there. But anyways, I'm here, home's here, and so I used this to find creepers. And so needless to say, along the fringe and where you see that I've gone outside of my area, there's a plethora of creeper holes from the ones that I didn't kill before they blew up. But anyways, I did finally get enough gunpowder to make TNT, to make these, to hopefully have enough to build what we're wanting to build. Because one of the things that I have found in reading through some stuff and looking at different progressions is steel is a very common item used. Oh, right. Hammer. We have to make their hammer. Where be their hammer? Tools? Of course not. I'm looking right at it, I bet. And I know it says here you gotta use a hammer. Does it cross-link to the hammer? Well, it doesn't matter. We'll just look it up here. Engineer's hammer. So we need 2 sticks, a string, and 2 iron. So that shouldn't be too big a deal. Now I've got iron here, and I've been processing quite a bit of material. Oh, didn't realize I had all that still on me. And 2 sticks. Not seeing those. Let's go back here because I know I've got string and stuff back here. Alright, 2 sticks and a string. And which one did I skip? That was that one. Because believe it or not, most of those are already full with stuffs we're going to do today. So, right click. There we go. Alright, so now, as I understand it, get my book back here. I've actually not played with this any. Blast furnace used to increase carbon contents in iron, turning it into steel. To achieve this, only pure hard carbon fibers may be used for the furnace, specifically coal coke and charcoal. Oh, so we can use charcoal directly. That's cool. We might just stick with it that way then. The steel created in the blast furnace is an integral part of the high voltage architecture. In other words, we's gonna need a bunch of it. So let's get this started. And that'll go in the top. And I'll put 1 in there. And I have no idea how much this is going to take. However, it did say coal coke. And that I have. I also know for a fact that coal coke is going to last a lot longer. So let me drop that out. And I'm actually going to put this in there. Yeah, see, that isn't even moving now. Alright, so we're going to let that burn through, and we're going to get started on something else. And I think, yes. This little chest over here. These are things that I have looted in my escapades out and about doing stuffs. Most of which has been either the different villages here and over here and one down here, as well as a lot of underground mines. And I had said something about getting into Steve's carts. So one of the things that I was happy to find was a whole bunch of track. And so we're definitely going to be making use of that today, I hope. If not, we'll at least be getting parts together and maybe get it put, or maybe start on that next episode. But we need to make some parts. And so that is one of the things we're going to start with. And I've got the tracks. So the next thing is going to be a cart assembler. And that is this right here. Basically 4 stone, 3 iron, and 2 simple PCBs. And those PCBs are actually very common in this mod. So I'm actually set up to make 10 of these, which is 4 iron, 4 redstone, and 1 gold. So we'll take that and we'll go to the next one. And this is where we're going to make our assembler. Now the assembler does not use electricity, but it does use fuel. And actually I'm going to bring that back over here and I'll just drop it right there. And this is what this looks like. So the first thing we're going to need to do is make a cart hull. And you can see those here. You've got wooden, standard, reinforced, Mechanical pig, I'm going to have to make this one just to see it. But not yet. Creative, not going to be able to make that one. And Galgardorian, yeah, this one is insane. So won't be making this one anytime soon, and maybe never at all. I had looked at the reinforced one, but we're not. I don't think I'm quite ready for that, because the reinforced steel, you're looking at, let's see, there's 3 refined hardeners there, 4 more here. Each one of those is 4 obsidian and 1 diamond. So we're going with the standard hull. So what you're going to need is 5 iron ingots plus some iron wheels, which is made like this, which can be found here and here. And so that gives us our standard hull. Now, if you just want a vanilla Minecraft cart, that's how you make that. But to make the hull, you have this. Now, if you look at this, it says modular capacity 200. That's how much stuff you can have in it. The modular complexity cap. Anything you put in this has a complexity limit of 50. Anything above that won't go in here. You can have up to 3 engines and a maximum of 6 add-ons. So just keep that in mind, and you'll see why in just a second. So bring that over here, put that up in the top left. And like I said, 3 engines, here's your 3 engines. You can have a tool in it, 6 attachments, 4 storage, and 6 add-ons. Hull capacity 200 over here on the right. Maximum complexity is 50. And right now our total cost is 0 with a creation time of right now. So that was there. So that means our first item is going to be over here. And that is going to be the coal engine. Now you can do a tiny coal engine, which is pretty easy. But it's pretty weak. But if you'll notice the modular cost there of 2. But we're going to actually go with the regular coal engine with modular cost of 15. And you've got that with 5 ingots, a furnace, which I found in a city, or one of the villages, and 2 pistons, which I made. And might help if I open this up. Hey, there's my other book. I know I had one somewhere. So, we've got that. We can place that in here. And you'll notice our total time, or our total cost is 15 now, because that has a modular cost of 15. And our processing time is 1:41. You'll watch that, get to watch that go up and up and up. And next from our coal engine is the basic woodcutter, which is right here. Now here we've got wood cutting core and saw blades. Now to make a saw blade you have 2 iron ingots and a diamond. And then the wood cutting core you have an advanced PCB wrapped in saplings. And the advanced PCB is made with iron and 2 simple PCBs. So here's our 5 blades. And we'll come over here. We'll put in our simple PCBs, get our advanced one, and then take that out. Put our advanced one in here, and we've got that. And I believe, there it is. I know I had an iron ingot in here somewhere, and that gives us our basic wood cutter. That is going to go over here in the tool slot. Now, if you don't know where it goes, just shift click and the module knows where it goes. So that cleared out to there, right? Yeah. So we're back over here. Now, next up, we're going with the, we're going to need a smelter or a spelter, depending on what you want. So we have the smelter here. This is going to be a furnace with a simple PCB. So we'll take a PCB, put it over the furnace, and we've got our smelter. But I wanted to upgrade that. So we're going to actually need an advanced PCB with 2 simples, our smelter, and a diamond. So we're going to take 2 more of these, put those in there. That gives us this. Yeah. And so we put our regular smelter there, our advanced one here, and our simple on either side, and that will give us our advanced smelter. And that will go in here, like that, down here into the add-ons. Now, if you'll notice, our cost is already up to 91 out of a possible 200. And right now, this is going to take 26 minutes and 57 seconds to make. So this does get to be time consuming after a while. Now, okay, this is where I'm at now. Next up is our top chest. That's this. This is going to take 6 huge chest panes, 2 regular chest panes, and 1 chest lock. Now the way these are made is you take 6 chest panes like that, and those are made with 2 logs and 7 planks. Will give you 32 chest panes. And you use the chest panes like that to make these. And then the lock is just a stone and an iron ingot. So we want to grab that out of there. Put it in here. And you can see what we're looking like now. You've got the engine in the back. You've got the cutters up front. And you've got the chest up top. And I can right click and actually show what it looks like when the chest opens and when the cutting heads are working. And I think that animation looks kind of cool. And I think that actually has us covered for our cart. So I'm going to go grab I'm going to grab one of you, and this is probably going to take quite a bit, so I'll go ahead and grab that. Now I was curious as to how much 1 coal would give us. Alright, so 1 coal gives us 400 fuel. Can I break? Yeah, I can break those back down. So 400. Can I not use? I can't use coal coke in here. Now that's interesting. That is actually very surprising. For one, I don't know how long it's going to take to make this. So, alright, we got all that in there. Alright. This is our status. And so, basically, all we've got left to do is click assemble. And like I said, we're currently at 97 out of 200. So, about 50% capacity. And I think that'll be fine for now. We might do more elaborate engines further down. But I figure this will be a good start. So let's go ahead and get that started. And you can see the fuel levels starting to come down. The progress bar is starting to work its way up. And so we're now at 27 minutes. And so unless I pause and come back, we probably won't get to see that finished out. However, we do have more stuff to do. And one of the things we're going to need is a cargo manager. And that's this little thing right here, which basically uses iron pane, huge iron pane, and large dynamic pane. With the large being 4 regulars, the regulars being more chest panes wrapped around an iron ingot. And then the large is 9 of the regular panes. The large dynamic pane is a dynamic pane, which is an iron pane with redstone. Oh, that was 4 dynamic panes with a redstone, which makes our cargo manager. It looks extremely complicated and difficult and expensive until you build it, and then you realize, you know, with shift click, it really just isn't that bad. And then next up is our advanced detector rail, and that is made pretty easily. Just 6 iron ingots, 2 pressure plates, and redstone, and the pressure plates are just 2 stones side by side. Really easy to make. And I was gonna remake these because I made them, I put everything in the box and then accidentally clicked it, and I was like, you know, I really like to show it being made, so I was gonna remake it. And then I figured, you know something, y'all can get over it. I've shown you how to make it. I'm not spending the materials a second time for something I don't need yet, because materials be scarce. Alright, so that is it for all of that. So I'm going to come over here and grab that. Have I got some cobblestone on me? I do not. Don't think I'll need that much to change this out. But what I was originally planning on doing is everywhere you see the cobblestone is where I was going to be laying track. And I've kind of switched it up a little bit, I think. So what I'm going to do is take these out and take that out and that. And then I'll put the cobblestone there and break this, because what I think I want to do is 2 separate loops. Have a cart over there and a cart over here. Reason for that is I'm wanting to do more than one kind of tree. One of the things I want to do is go out and find some rubber trees, really, and be able to harvest those as well, because we're getting ready to get into IC2. And if you've ever done IC2, you'll know it takes a lot of rubber. My placement skills be lacking. Alright, so let's find out exactly what this is going to cost in rails. Alright, that's 32. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe I don't want to go quite down that far. And no, I don't have to have cobblestone under this. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to do it. Alright, now we'll go back up this way. Now, my other thing that I really don't know how it's going to affect it is the fact that we currently don't have chunk loaders going. I'm really not sure exactly how I want to tackle that. Now, when I heard them talking about this, they were saying that eventually the claimed areas would also have chunk loading. Well, that ain't in yet, if it's going to be in. Leastwise, if it is, I don't know how to cut it on, and it's not on currently. Because if I leave, this quits. Cool. Get some more ingots and keep that thing going, because we are going to be using up some steel. And as a matter of fact, one of the things I'm probably going to do is redo some of my tools in steel. Oh, right, I needed more tracks. Not sure exactly how many more I needed, but I know I needed more. So, oh, I just needed one more. Because the other one I'm going to need is this. And then I can place my cargo manager here. And we've got yellow side facing this, so that's here. So as I understand it, we want to turn that around here. That way, as our cart comes on the tracks and comes past this, then it will know to anything in the inventory to take it out of the cart and put it into the manager here. This controls what happens to the cart. Turn back settings. Currently, continue along after transfer or turn back after transfer. So we want it to continue along. Okay, so these sides always stay the same color, but you can change the color that you're working with. So we'll leave that on yellow. Transfer size as much as possible. 1 item, 3, 8, 16, 32, 64. Stack. Oh, I missed it. Oh, good. Right click goes one way, left click goes the other way. So yeah, that should take care of that. So in theory, once we get our little cart going around here, as he comes by here, this should take everything out of him. And then we'll work on how we're getting it out of this and all that. I think that's going to actually have it for this episode, though. So looks like next episode, we'll have our cart ready. We'll have some steel ready. Let's see, you've got another 18 minutes, almost 19. So trucking on along with that. Now, one thing I did build while you were gone, and that is satchels. Statchels. Mercy. They're actually pretty easy to build. Just 3 leather, wool, and 2 tin. And then I upgraded them with 3 tin nuggets and 2 N-bar ingots to be able to have a little additional storage space. Because every time I went to the village or I went underground to the mines, I got loaded up. And then the next thing I made are the miner's backpack. Is the miner's backpack. Not that one. I hit the wrong key. I hate you. There we go. Basically a chest, 2 iron ingots, 2 wool, and 4 string makes the miner's backpack. And what that one does is it collects stuff as you're digging. There's a few things that I've dug that it didn't pick up, but the majority of them it does. And then this one, this I use, this gets all your stone, gravel, sand, dirt, all that stuff. It'll pick up flint, mossy stone bricks, marble. But the cool thing about this one is, if you've never used one, they are very, very handy. Let's see, that's just regular compressed, so let's take that apart and show you what this does. Now, as you can see, it currently has a little down arrow. So if I shift right click, I can get rid of that down arrow. Now, we'll throw some dirt down here and all but one of my cobblestone. And when I run over this, you'll see that went here, but the dirt went here. Now, if I pick all this up and put it in there, then you don't see it here because it went into the bag. Now, if I take one out, if I pick any up, let's see, let me drop 2. Now I've got 39 in the bag, and I've got 2 here. So let's drop 1. When I pick it up, it goes to my hotbar. The rest is still in the bag, and once that stack there fills up, then the rest will go to the bag. But the cool thing is, you can lock it, intake, or refill. Now refill, what that does is it's going to take anything that you have down here that's not a full stack, it will complete the stack. And then it will start putting in the bag. So I've got messages coming up on my computer that it can't find the printer, and like I really care about that right now. But anyways, so let's say I've been digging cobble. I've got 10 left here. It's going to grab those and put them on the bar. Now, I need more cobble. Most of you have probably used these, so it's kind of redundant. But I know there's a few out there that haven't, and I'm trying to cover this for everybody. So we'll take the double and do that. Now we got enough to show you how it's done. So I've got 41 on the hotbar. I've got none in the bag, and I'm going to drop all of that. So when I come over this, you'll see that what's on my hotbar is now a full stack. And what's in the bag is the remaining 58. So if I start placing these, you can see I've still got 64. And it's going to keep replenishing that stack until there's no more in the bag. So if we look in the bag, it's gone from 58 to 24. So that's one of the reasons I really like this. It's great when you're mining. You can collect all the cobble and stuff like that. And then whenever you come up to lava, or you need to bridge across a gap or something like that, you've got it all there. And it auto feeds and all that. So for me, it's one of the key items, and I'm really glad that they didn't do anything to the recipe on that one. But anyways, actually I wanted to leave one of those so I could stand upon it and speak from on high. Okay, it's 1 block up, big deal. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode here. I'm kind of looking forward to playing around with the train tracks, or Steve's carts, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you'll come back to see us. And until next time, take care and God bless.